No one will ever replace my husband. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD.
I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving. Right, Tyler Boyer said, we have footage in 4K, all of the stuff when he was tweeting. Their excuse for not showing the public was they didn't want it to in any way impact the case. That has never made sense to me. That excuse has never made sense to me.
A grieving widow just lost custody of her children, and the shocking truth behind this family's downfall is darker than anyone imagined. What started as public sympathy for Erica Kirk after her husband Charlie's passing has transformed into a legal battle that's tearing their family apart. Charlie's parents have made a move nobody saw coming. According to widespread online discussions, Robert and Catherine Kirk have reportedly filed for temporary custody arrangements involving their grandchildren. This isn't about family drama or petty revenge. Sources claim the grandparents believe they're protecting these kids from an increasingly unstable situation that's spiraling out of control. The timing couldn't be more devastating for Erica, who's already dealing with overwhelming grief. Reports suggest she never expected Charlie's family to take such drastic legal action, especially not this quickly. The way online sources describe it, the Kirks have positioned themselves strategically through legal channels, limiting Erica's ability to immediately push back against their custody filing. But here's where things get really interesting. The grandparents' concerns reportedly stem from what they see as alarming changes in Erica's behavior since Charlie's death. During a recent public interview, Erica made comments that sent shockwaves through social media. While discussing her late husband, she mentioned seeing similarities between Charlie and a prominent political figure, J.D. Vance. What seemed like an innocent observation to some viewers became a massive red flag for Charlie's parents. The internet exploded with theories about what this comment really meant. Some interpreted it as a grieving widow simply seeing reminders of her husband and others, but Charlie's parents allegedly viewed it differently, as a sign that Erica might be trying to fill an emotional void too quickly, potentially putting the children in unstable situations. This custody battle has deeper roots than just one controversial comment. Charlie was famously protective of his children's privacy throughout his life. He kept their faces off social media, avoided posting family photos, and maintained strict boundaries about their public exposure. Erica herself once explained they'd received serious security threats that made privacy essential for their family's safety. Yet since Charlie's passing, observers claim Erica's approach has shifted dramatically. She's been traveling extensively, giving interviews, accepting awards, and building connections in political and media circles. While some see this as a widow trying to move forward, Charlie's parents reportedly view it as Erica prioritizing public attention over private healing.
To have seen the autopsy report, to have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected, I trust our team.
But wait, Charlie, wasn't he like a boy genius? He's a pretty bright kid. Wouldn't he have maybe formalized that succession plan outside of like a diary? Maybe call one of his many lawyers? Maybe formalize it in a will? Because that's what you're supposed to do if you are thinking about dying and you need to make a plan. You make a will? I'm sure he had a will. No one else involved. Just a crazy guy with too many pronouns in his bio.
How many kids did you guys want to have?
We wanted to have 4. That I was pregnant when he got murdered.
In the event of his untimely death, like, he just, in the third notebook, he was like, oh, and if I accidentally get shot on campus, here's what you should do. Call Erica, and then after you call Erica, come find this notebook. And in this notebook, you'll see that I am using adjectives like fantastic and heroic to describe Mikey McCoy.
My husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy.
Why are you doing that? Why do I feel like you're trying to program me?
The contrast is striking. Where Charlie once insisted on keeping the children completely out of the spotlight, Erica has been mentioning them in public interviews and bringing them into conversations about her future plans. For grandparents who shared Charlie's vision of a private, protected childhood for these kids, this shift reportedly feels like a betrayal of their son's wishes. Adding fuel to the fire, Erica's appearance and lifestyle have noticeably changed. She once joked about dressing casually most days, but recently she's been appearing at events looking polished and styled in ways that feel dramatically different from before. While personal transformation after trauma is completely normal, the Kirks allegedly interpret this as Erica focusing more on building her public image than on family stability. The legal maneuvering happening behind the scenes is particularly intense. Sources suggest Charlie's parents have been methodical in building their case, documenting concerns, and gathering evidence to support their custody petition. They've reportedly kept everything extremely private while moving through proper legal channels, catching Erika off guard with how prepared they were. What makes this situation even more complex is the network of new people suddenly surrounding Erika. Online discussions mention unfamiliar faces appearing at her events, new advisors, and connections that Charlie's parents allegedly know nothing about. This lack of transparency about who's influencing Erika has reportedly heightened their concerns about the children's welfare. The public statement released by Robert and Catherine Kirk weeks ago now takes on new meaning in this context. At first, it seemed like a supportive message about Erika going through an emotional period and needing prayers, but looking back, many now interpret it as strategic positioning, presenting Erika as overwhelmed while subtly highlighting how the grandparents were providing stability for the children. Some online investigators have gone as far as tracking public records, trying to identify the new figures in Erika's life. While these amateur sleuths claim to have found patterns in travel logs and event appearances, none of their theories have been verified. Still, the speculation adds another layer of intrigue to an already complicated situation. The financial resources at play make this custody battle even more significant. Erika has access to substantial assets, a full support team, and organizational backing. Yet instead of using these resources to focus privately on her family, critics claim she's leveraging them to build her public profile and expand her influence in new circles. Meanwhile, Charlie's parents represent something entirely different, the continuation of their son's values and his vision for raising the children. They allegedly see themselves as the last line of defense, protecting their grandchildren from being swept into a world of publicity and political connections that Charlie would have never wanted for them. The question burning through social media is simple but loaded. How far will Erika go to maintain custody? And what will this legal battle reveal about what's really been happening behind closed doors? With formal custody proceedings reportedly underway, details that have remained private could soon become public record. For the children caught in the middle of this family crisis, the stakes couldn't be higher. They've already lost their father, and now they're watching the adults in their lives battle over their future. Whether the grandparents' concerns are justified or overly cautious, one thing is clear: this family will never be the same. As this story continues developing, more revelations seem inevitable. The clash between Erika's evolving public life and Charlie's legacy of privacy has created a rift that may be impossible to heal. With both sides preparing for what could be a lengthy legal process, the full truth about this family's breakdown might finally come to light. The irony is painful. Charlie spent his life protecting his family's privacy, and now his death has thrust them into the exact spotlight he worked so hard to avoid. Whether Erika is simply trying to move forward or truly losing sight of Charlie's values, the custody battle will likely force everyone to choose sides. What started as a family's private grief has transformed into a public spectacle, with legal implications that could reshape these children's lives forever. As Charlie's parents fight for what they believe their son would have wanted, and Erika navigates her new reality, the only certainty is that more shocking developments are coming. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.